the unity of this country is very fragile. There's no unity. It's a very fragile country. And the elders, the particular elites have come together and said, look, the best thing is let's begin to rotate power and then apply what we call principle of inclusion, and create some level of fairness in the system that will make everyone to feel that he is a Nigerian because there's no one that is more Nigerian than another. Are you following me? Now, having done that, I have always advocated, and God knows this, that when Jonathan ran for election in 2010, I felt that, 2011, I felt that it was not the turn of the South. That they should allow the North to complete the 8 years, which was what Obasanjo did by returning power back to North by when he was leaving office, which was a very good decent idea, South, North, and all that. And then some of the elites, who were very selfish enough, so no, Jonathan run, and he ran when it was not the turn of the South. And I felt it was wrong. But when Buhari came, I said, fine, let Buhari be allowed, to complete his 8 years because we blew it. If we had allowed the North, we would have come back to South, we do our 8 years and all that. Now that Buhari has done it 8 years, it would be very, very unfair for the North to insist on retaining power. That will create some level of insanity, making them being looked as people who are ultra selfish. Because I remember how the North clamored for power, returning to North when Jonathan, was this, and they said they should return power to North so that they can finish their this and all that, which they have finished. Now, having said that, if it's coming to South, where Obasanjo did 8 years, will it be proper to take power back to the Southwest? Is there equity? That is a major tribe too. But because of selfishness, and I've never seen, it's only few people in this country that are very fair, who are sound. That's why I said that 80%, 85% of Nigerians are insane. When I mean totally deranged. Power is coming back to South, and you feel that the Yorubas again should have it for another 8 years. So the other tribe are, stupid tribe. They are not, You hear what this man was saying. Don't mess up with Yorubas. So he can mess up with any other tribe, but not with Yorubas. See how selfish these guys are. It's about themselves. And if power must come to Yoruba, it must be him. Only you. Because you are God. So fairness is removed out of the system. I was one of those. I'm Igbo. I said that the Hausas should be allowed to. And when it was the turn of the Hausas, I was one of those who was in the front of advocating for Northern presidency. I was there for Buhari. But when it became over that Buhari does not have the capacity, and I also spoke out that this man, we made a mistake and he doesn't have the capacity. He didn't. And throughout his almost 8 years now that he has not shown, no matter how politicians are lying and say, oh, I want to continue where he stopped, they only being politically correct because they don't want to go against him. But people like us, we're not begging for bread. We must try as much as possible to reflect, to play politics of inclusiveness, that will involve every person, and it will make everyone to feel that he is really a Nigerian and give out his best. When I heard that they want to criminalize the issue of ransom payment, I consider it illogical, consider it very wrong. It makes no sense whatsoever. That the same government that have failed in their basic responsibility of providing security for lives and property is now criminalizing ransom. Now, when relations are arrested, you are helpless. You can't even report to the security. Even if you do report, they tell you go and do whatever they ask you to do. We have had issues when police advise those who are victims to go and pay if they want their relations back. They express their inability to tackle and probably release these people from custody. They don't even have the equipment. They don't even have the technology to trace them and know where they are. So it doesn't make any sense for that law. And I think that law should not be signed by the president if at all it is passed. The best thing to do is that the government must live up to its responsibility of providing lives, providing security for lives and properties. They should, ensure that the security men are up to their responsibility of policing the entire state. It really appalls when criminals freely come into an environment, operate and escape without being arrested, without being molested. And sometimes they take their time to commit this crime, taking several hours doing them. And when you invite the security, they are nowhere to be seen and they ignore. when they are aware that this crime is going on there. So it is something that has to take a more plural view and approach in order to solve. The issue of state of insecurity must be tackled from multi-faceted angle. You deal with the economic situation of the country by ensuring that people are employed. You deal with the issue of education of the people. You do issue of basic infrastructures, you provide them. I'm very happy now that I came, for the past 2 or 3 weeks we have not been having light here. We're running on generator. There are those who depend on light in order to do some of the economic activities. When you don't have light, what do you do? And then the fuel and the diesel is costing so much. It's now 800, I understand, per liter. So, and you need light in order to operate your business. What do you do? So you find out that the government is not making the economic environment conducive for business people to thrive, whether small scale, big scale and all that. So you tackle issue of insecurity from the economic angle by making sure that people are busy. You also make sure that people are educated. You also make sure that people who are educated are employed. That is a very comprehensive aspect. Then you not only do that, you must also look at the issue of equipping the security agents and also taking care of their welfare. Because when they are well taken care of and their morale is boosted and they are cared for and their lives and their this and that, they will want to give out their best and protect lives and properties, because they know the state is there for them. In case of anything, their families will be taken care of and all that. So you must also look at the state of insecurity, the personnel that are out there securing lives and property, and make sure that they are well trained, they are well equipped, and at the same time their welfare is taken care of. That's another angle. Then the issue of equipment, guns and weapons, they must have them. That's another aspect of taking care of it. Then generally your government also must avoid corruption so that there will be enough money left to, put up basic infrastructures in the state. You have light, you have good roads, you have, all these things train. You reduce it, you reduce the amount of, transportation and, flying on air and all, this is done. People generally will be happy. When people are happy, they want to serve the state. You see Americans, bless America, God bless America, God bless, the Queen. They are happy with the country because there are certain things the country have done in order to take care of them. And so they give out their best. Their security personnel are up to date, and they are giving their best in securing lives and property. So I'm saying multifaceted approach in this insecurity fight is what is going to help us. The single approach we are adopting, buy weapons. Most time we buy these weapons, we don't even use them. Most time those people that will use them are not even well trained. Those who are even going to use them, sometimes their morale is low, so they don't even give their best, So it must be take care of the economic aspect, take care of the socio-economic aspect, rights, employment opportunities, people are educated. Take these almujaris out to the streets. Get them well educated. This issue of Quranic education only in a modern 21st century where we need technology, science and tech in order to be relevant is not enough for somebody to go to Quranic school in this modern time. And you think he can be fitted into the society in this 21st century. It is science and tech that is ruling the world. So get them well educated. But you find out that it's only those of the elite in the north that takes their children up to be well grounded. Whereas the children of the Talakawas are sent to school, those schools where they are naked, tend them and all that, and then they are being taught, to be very fatalistic. They are being taught because the state doesn't show any regard and respect to them. They don't show love to them, so they don't have love to give. And that's why somebody can come and did what he did by killing, blowing up lives and all that. Do you think that it's human beings that did this? Born of a woman giving breast? These guys have lost humanity. No single person that drank from the mother's that can do that. I can't even kill a cow. A fowl. I can't slaughter a fowl. I find it difficult, let alone wasting life. So those guys are denied love. They are denied parental love, parental care. From when they are young, you throw them into the streets. So what they face is the hazards of environment, wickedness, Only few people come to their rescue. So they tend not to give love in return. They cannot love because they were denied love. They don't know what it is to love. They don't know what it takes to show love, not to waste life.